There's galore. We got Thunderbolts, a Wild Robot. We're going to talk about Horizon. I don't know if you've experienced that or yet. Transformers 1, PlayStation. What is it called? The game god? The game
State of Play.
The State of Play. Okay. And then Apple phone, Lego sets. Oh, everything else. So much more.
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, and here's your host, Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Episode number 448. No Magic Mike tonight, just Game God myself. Here to make sure that you get everything you deserve. Yeah. Game God, it's not often that I try to bring you into the mix there in the beginning.
I know, you threw me off. I was like, where's the mute button? Where's the mute button?
That's all right. Thanks for listening on your podcast app, or if you joined us live, that's terrific. We appreciate that too. We got a lot to get to tonight. We know Magic Mike, like I said, in the house, so he is on sabbatical. I don't know where.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that. Man, scary.
Yeah,
We're on the same wavelength.
A lot alike. Yeah. Did we mention New York Comic Con? Have we mentioned that yet?
I think you should mention it.
All right, New York Comic Con. Yeah, that's October
17th to the 20th. 17th to the 20th.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll be there. Come see us. Come find us. You know, we got giveaways all the time. People just don't know how much we have to give away. And if I look over here to my right, I have plenty of merchandise to give away. Now, we talk about this because in New York, we talked about whether we should take it to New York with us. And quite frankly, it's kind of impossible because you had to have a separate bag altogether. I'd have to pay just for a separate bag just to get it to New York. And that's not, why do that? We're giving it away. So we'd rather just send it to you.
That's right.
That's my point. Anyway.
Send it out of the comfort of your couch.
There's Funko Pops here. There's there's smart clocks. There's Disney doorables. There's Pokemon. There's all kinds of stuff.
Wait a minute. You have all these cool things? I don't have that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Send it to me.
You. Members of the podcast are prohibited of.
That's that real squinty fine print in the bottom that you cannot to read.
Read everything. Yeah, read the fine print.
Very fine it is.
Where do we want to start tonight? I know we've got just some topics, some here and there. Where do we start is the question.
You know what? I'd like to open us up with something that's near and dear to my heart.
All right, let's do it. Transformers.
You know it. Is it that transparent? Do you see right through it?
Yes.
So this past weekend, Transformers 1 opened to the theaters to everyone.
Yeah, this is the animation Transformers.
The origin, the untold origin story.
Yeah.
Of Optimus Prime and Megatron.
Oh, what?
Better known.
Connected? Yeah.
Yeah. Better known as sworn enemies, but once were friends bonded like brothers who changed the fate of Cybertron forever. Doesn't sound like a Transformer movie for you. Doesn't that what you want to watch?
No, it's not.
Absolutely not. Doesn't sound like what I want to watch.
I didn't go to see it, but here's what I did. I happened to hear someone talk about how I read like a review, like it was just a snippet. It was like a one sentence review of like the best Transformer movie ever.
Oh, please don't get me started. That's all. I saw the same ones.
Yeah.
Every review that I saw, because I was looking for the bad ones, to be quite honest with you. Every review was the best one, unbelievable. You need to see it. Da da da. Yeah. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way.
Impossible.
There's no way Thor is Optimus Prime. That's going to be the best Transformers ever. Right? There's just no way.
Right.
And so, listen, the tomato meter, I'm just going to skip right to it. I'm going to tell you what the scores are.
Okay.
Right? Tomato meter is 88%.
No.
Right? Yeah. Now they have, you know how they have verified fresh.
Mhm.
They used to have now they call it popcorn meter. 98.
Mm.
So, and it's over 1,000 verified ratings and blah blah blah. I just can't. I'm not a buyer, man. I'm not a buyer.
So I thought you said you might go see this.
I know I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do. I saw a last minute trailer. Right, I saw one of the extended long trailers, and I'm like, maybe I'm missing something. Right, I got in my little studio, closed the doors and everything like that. I said, focus. Right, and let me tell you, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. The voices don't work for me. The storyline, it's like saying that Batman and Joker grew up in high school together and they were best buddies. Like it just doesn't work for me. But every review says, supposedly there's a twist or something like that. I get it. They turn bad. They don't like each other. Hey, I am your father.
Yeah. The twist is that Optimus is actually the bad guy.
That's exactly right. Megatron misunderstood. I'll tell you that from the get-go. He's back there somewhere. But yeah, anyway, so I didn't go see it. I don't have a desire to see it. I'll wait for it to stream. The way these things work these days, it'll be streaming in less than a month.
Yeah.
But I do have.
Did Wolverine and Deadpool come out on streaming yet? No,
not yet. No, they're squeezing nickels and pennies out of that bad boy.
I thought they were trying to get that in.
No, they haven't done it yet
or something. Yeah.
No, not yet. But I do have opening numbers.
Okay, for Transformers.
For Transformers 1.
All right.
Right. So I'm gonna give you a softball moves first. I'm gonna tell you what they predicted that it would make. So give you an idea, right? So I'm gonna put some guardrails on you.
Oh, good.
So it was expected to make 30 to 35 million.
Okay.
Hey, opening weekend.
All right.
So now I'm gonna let you run with the baton. Let's see how far you go.
All right. Let's I'm guessing it's going to be 5 million. I think it's going to be 60 million. No, it can't be that much. Could it? No, there's no way. I'm guessing
98 on the tomato meter, popcorn fresh.
45 opening weekend. That's what I'm going to say.
As we do these things more and more, I have to do different things so you don't read me. So he's like, I got every little like he touched his eyebrow. That means he's close.
That means it's lower. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to read. Yeah. Stop!
Oh, you think I'm kidding? I still have it here. No, it's not working.
No, it's not there. It doesn't work.
Right,
it's been confiscated. So despite great reviews and near perfect audience exit score, the film debuted to a soft 24.6 million.
That's pretty good. That's pretty solid though. For what was the budget? Do you know?
I don't have those right in front of me. If you give me more, I can get to it. But it's 24.6. They expect it to make 30 to 35. Come on, man.
I don't know. That's pretty good.
No. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that.
Listen to me. How much did the first Transformers movie, the only Transformers movie, animation, how much did it make? Do you know?
You're talking about 86?
Yeah.
Transformers for 86? I'll look it up. Hold on.
I'm gonna guess. All right. I'm gonna guess it was single digits in the millions. Single digits.
I can't even type. You got me nervous here.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you.
Let's see here. Okay. I got it.
Single digits.
Okay.
Opening weekend. Go ahead.
Opening weekend. All right.
8 million.
You sure you want to say that?
Yes.
The Transformers, the movie was released August 8th, 1986, right? Grossing 1.7 million. All right? Which is the equivalent in 2023 to 4.9 million.
See what I mean?
So
24 million, that's pretty good considering what you're working with.
Listen,
listen to me. I don't have any intentions of seeing the movie.
I know that.
It doesn't matter to me.
I know. But I'm going to take away that title just right now because it came second behind the third weekend of Beetlejuice. All right?
Wow, really?
Yes.
What did Beetlejuice? Do you know what it opened with? I'm just curious.
All right, so I can tell you what they did right now.
Okay,
third weekend.
Yeah, so they made what? 30 million?
25.9.
25. So that means on opening weekend they would have had to have done. Let me just by numbers, just to go into my math in my head. I'm doing numbers, blah 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 blah. That's going to be, let's see, half of that, 20. So I think they probably did what, 75 million opening weekend.
Oh, that's a solid guess. That's a solid guess, and I'm going to tell you that.
I'm just thinking, just thinking out loud. Mathing out loud.
110 million.
110. Wow, that's pretty good.
110
for them.
Yeah. Third best, the Tim Burton. Third best opening weekend for the year, right? That's. I didn't think it did that much, to be quite honest with you.
I wouldn't have guessed that either. So I obviously didn't.
100, and because it was like a soft 110, right? You didn't really hear much about it. Like no one was talking much about it. Now, listen, I liked Beetlejuice back in the days. Michael Keaton playing Beetlejuice.
I still think Michael Keaton is the only reason to go see the movie.
Yes. Yeah, I'm Batman. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he says it in the movie too, probably. Let's get nuts. So, but anyway, taking it back to Transformers. Listen, 24.6. It's not getting any better. I get it. I imagine that a lot of people did not go because of what they saw in the trailers, right? And I think they're going to rely on the fact that people who did go to see it and those one-line reviews of best Transformers ever, it's going to push people who are on the line or saying, you know what, let me they might go say, let me go see it. Let me go see. Everybody said it was good. Let me go see it. But listen, I'm not a fan of the animation, first of all, and I'm not a fan of the voices.
I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of the voices, but I'm also not a fan of the storyline because some things, like I said before in a previous podcast, some things are just better off not known. And I don't need to know what they did previously. I don't need to know that they were friends. Matter of fact, I hope they weren't friends, at all. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that in my life.
Not everyone has to be friends to have a tragic story.
Yeah. Why can't you just have a bad guy,
Hey, some people just want to see the world burn. That's the Joker. Just like the Joker.
Jeez.
Go dark on that one.
You running here, pal?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not saying I want to see the world burn.
Yeah,
but
see, at this point, you would be the bad guy. Just so
I would be the bad guy. But we have an epic story or an untold origin story. We were best friends at one point.
We do. And here I am, Optimus Prime.
Yep, and I'm Megatron. Mockery of a movie here.
All right, well that's not bad. I just don't think that Transformers. As long as these living voices, living legends, still have a voice to do these characters, I think you should let them. I think you should never change it up if you can help it. And then when you do, AI the voice because that's what we want to hear. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but we did, they're going to do that with Darth Vader. They've done that with Darth Vader. I think that going forward, I don't ever want to hear another voice besides those of the actors who play Megatron and Optimus Prime. I mean, Frank Welker as Megatron. I mean, come on,
Can't get no better than that.
Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't. You just can't. It'd be like changing, Fred from Scooby-Doo. You can't change his voice. You have Fred. No. You have Frank Welker to do that. I mean, I know you knew that, and if anybody didn't know that, but not same guy who does Megatron and Fred from Scooby-Doo, same guy.
Let me tell you, you just educated about 30% of the population out there.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that. But what I do want to know, because I already knew that, so I'm going to ask you what I want to know about you is what did you think about that Thunderbolts trailer?
Thunderbolts trailer is here's my first initial reaction. That looks cool. I mean, it looked good.
Not what I would expect from you.
This is the best thing. No, I think I have constantly said, who wants to see anything from Thunderbolts? Like I have constantly said that from the beginning of when I found out they were making it. I was like, there's nobody who wants to see Thunderbolts. Nobody wants to go and see Thunderbolts. And then when I saw this trailer, I'm like, oh man, I want to see Thunderbolts. This looks delicious.
What sold you?
I don't know. I think the story was pretty good. I like the story. I think the acting was, from what I could tell, was solid. First of all, I love seeing Bucky Barnes again. I like seeing the Winter Soldier. I think he's just terrific.
His arm in the dishwasher, but okay.
Yep, I love that. Well, you gotta clean it. You gotta clean it. Dry it off.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to go.
I think that. Yeah, exactly. I just think that there's a lot of those little pieces they put together a team. I didn't expect to see some of the stuff that I saw in there, but anyway, who is the guy that they showed with that Bob? Who is Bob?
I don't know who Bob is. Bob, I think, was just a comic relief guy. But
no, I don't think so, because I think
I don't know who Bob is.
All those bullets that were being fired, I think.
Was that Bob who came outside?
Yeah, I think it was part of that. Was all the holes in the gown of where the bullet
I did notice that. Yeah, I like the fact that they didn't throw away U.S. Agent. He's back in there, right?
Yeah,
I do like that. I did like that character.
Yeah, but it wasn't a throwaway character, so I'm glad they're doing something with it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and then you saw Ghost, who is from.
I love that. Yeah, Quantum. Leap.
Quantum Leap. Yeah, that's the one.
Ant-Man. From Ant-Man.
Yeah, from Ant-Man. Yeah, so you had that. You had Bucky. You had Red Guardian. Is White Widow. So the word on the street, right, is that the White Widow will become the new Black Widow.
Okay.
Well, so that's the word on the street. So what do you feel? So you watch this trailer, right? I love Red Guardian's comedy. He's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So he had me laughing a couple. He's bulletproof-ish.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I saw the trailer. The first time I saw the trailer, 'cause I watched a few times. The first time I saw the trailer, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like with just
really?
peace and stuff.
You saw the whole thing and we're like,
I saw the whole thing. Yeah, because I just felt like there was just a lot of pieces put together to make a movie. Like I felt like they just kind of took leftover parts and made a dinner.
But if they did, it's going to be a good dinner. It looks like.
So watch it a few times, and as I watch and look at the back, you know how we watch and we start looking at the backgrounds. I'm like, there's more to this.
Mm-hmm.
They want us to focus on just the one character, but there's a lot going on in the background, and I'm like, I think I can get into this. Now, one thing that you notice, it was Thunderbolts, and there's an asterisk. What does the asterisk mean? So, because I think the Thunderbolts, if I'm not mistaken, had the Red Hulk in it at one point. I think because wasn't it?
Well, I mean, you could take any of the gangs, any of the teams, and they've been
team ups,
compromised of comprised. Sorry, not compromised. They've been comprised of different characters from different places, different elements, different times. So, it's like, I
just don't think this is the original Thunderbolts. Which I'm fine with it, right?
Yeah,
this is
that's what I'm saying.
Because the original had
hard to say.
what's his name? Didn't it have one of the goblins, Osborn? I think so. I think it had the Red Hulk. I think it had anyway. But after watching it a few times, I'm like, I think I can watch this. I think I want to see one more trailer before it comes out. I want to see. I don't want too much of the story. I want to see.
I don't want to see another trailer because I think
I need one more. I'm not sold on it yet. I think I need one more. I need one more. I know you're ready to go. Would you go to the movies and watch this?
I think so.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
You think you know somebody?
What?
You think you know somebody?
It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
I want the audience to know. There's times where I watch a trailer and I say, "Oh, this got Moose written all over it. This is it right here." Like to the point where I could predict what he's gonna say.
Yeah.
And then there's just times I'm like, "Who is this guy?" And this is one of those times. I'm like, "Who is this guy?"
Listen,
I almost feel like this is something you should have said about Hawkeye, about Winter Soldier, and Captain America and stuff like that. Like because it feels like it's in that realm. It feels like it's in that realm.
Well, I'm telling you, I think this looks like a sleeper and it looks like a hit. And I think
I think your standards are dropping. That's what it is. I think we've
been without a good MCU for a very long time, so there's no question that my standards could have dropped. But with that, I'll take whatever you can give me that's good. That's what
opening
I'm
weekend
right now.
55 million. Opening weekend. That's it. That's a new MCU. 55 million. That's a hit right there. 55.
I think this does 120 right now.
No, now you're out of control. All right, reel back a little bit.
All it says is that it does more than Beetlejuice.
No. Now that I know what Beetlejuice did, I don't think it's doing more than Beetlejuice. It's like, listen, Beetlejuice. He says it's not happening.
Remember when we used to have like 100 million was a really solid. I mean, that was a really solid opening
back in 1978.
No. Now it's like, we go 80 million. Like that was really good back in the day. What happened?
How far back was that really good? Was that back in like 2000? It had to be before Infinity War and before. So we're talking like 2015.
Even right before it. Okay, but listen to what we're talking about. I mean, in 2005, Now that's only 50.
Okay.
What is that? 20. That's almost 20
about
years.
19 years. 19.
2005.
It's only 19 years.
2005. What do you think the opening like for what was back? What came out in 2005? What 2005?
I'm about to find out for you right
We did a
now.
whole thing.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith. You can't use that one. That made a lot of money.
I can't use that one.
You can't. That made a lot of money. All right, let's go sooner. Let's go earlier than that. Let's go 2009. How about that? 2009.
2009.
All right, here we go.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Avatar. Can't do that either.
Can't compare it to that one.
Can't do Avatar. You're picking good years. Come on, man. Pick a bad year.
What's going on? All right. Well, there it is. X-Men Origins. What do you think X-Men Origins Wolverine?
What year was that at?
I think that's 2009.
Okay, let's see here. What do I think it did? Oh, it had to do like 65 million.
No, wait, hold on a second. You're saying that I'm sitting here saying 80 million was a good solid opening.
I didn't say it was good. I just telling you the 60.
You think it did 65? You don't think it was that good?
I don't think it was that good.
You don't think it did more than I don't know. I don't know what I mean. I have nothing to compare it to right this second because I'm not sure that there's another one. Star Trek.
Trek
the reboot of Star Trek 2009.
Okay, so opening numbers. Opening numbers for his X-Men Origins, right? X-Men Origins, that's the Wolverine. X-Men Origins Wolverine, yeah. 2009. You're right, 2009.
Yeah.
Opening numbers for United States and Canada over the weekend.
You're laughing. Yeah, keep going.
Just domestic was 85 million.
85. See, so 80 million. That's pretty good for a movie.
That's why I laughed. That's why I laughed. Hey, and worldwide it was 158. 158.
Yeah. See? So
on a budget of 150.
And think about that. Beetlejuice did 110 on its opening weekend. 115, whatever it was.
110 is right.
That's pretty good.
I want to see what was the budget. That's when I tell you if it was good.
Of Wolverine Origins?
150. It was 150,
Yeah.
150. So I knew that one, but I'm saying for Beetlejuice.
For Beetlejuice. Oh, well, let's see. I'm going to guess. Can I guess before you tell me?
Yeah. Oh, that's the original. Hold on.
Michael Keaton. You got to get him in there. So you got to pay him. All right. I'm going to say the budget is 220.
220?
Yeah.
Man, I'm working for you. 99 million.
That's it. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what they did that on a budget. That's what they did. That means
tripled its budget in 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's really good.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Man,
all right,
that's pretty awesome. Anyway,
so another trailer. So, what do you think about Thunderbolts? You're going to see that at the theater or no?
I was seeing that at the theater. I'll let you take one for the team. You watch it.
Okay. All right. How about another one in the theater? Wild Robot. This is animation. Different animation, not really crystal clear. You know, it's kind of a fuzzy Japanese anime.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go with that. DreamWorks, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
DreamWorks.
It's like you're in a dream when you're watching it.
Yeah. Listen, I thought I saw this movie somewhere before, and I think it's called Big Hero 6. I thought this was. I'm like, wait a minute.
This is
this is Marshmallow Man.
Yeah. This is. He's just put him on Hiro.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought. Now, as I started to watch it more, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Is this one of those in your feels type of movie? Because that's what. And the trailer, by the way, I felt like I watched the whole movie. I really did. Like,
it's a 3-minute trailer. It was long.
Like, I felt like we watched the little baby goose go from, little baby goose to I'm flying away for the winter.
We saw exactly what was going on the entire time.
Yeah, and then you saw
the
like
bear mark across the about the robot's chest. You saw the scratches way before you saw the bear in the trailer. So we know it's kind of out of sync, but still we know what happens.
Yep, and you saw the robots coming. Is that your parents?
Yeah.
I think it'd be a great movie for kids. I think there's some elements there if they keep it clean. I say keep it clean because these days what they do to movies. But I think that I think I've seen this movie 20 times before, and I don't think it brings anything new. I think it's one of those merchandise grabs. I can see them making a ton of robots, plushies,
Big
and
Hero
stuff like that.
6 combined with the last or the giant robot. This is what.
That's exactly what it is. That is hit the nail on the head. Bingo, bango. That's what it is. Bada bing, bada boom. Touchdown.
Right here.
Hey, when you run into the end zone, you get a touchdown. But no, I think you're right on that. I think here's the funny part, Moose. It's gonna make money. It's gonna make money. Opening. It's coming out this weekend.
I know. You going to the theater and see it?
No, I'm not gonna go see it. They ain't got my money. I go see Transformers 1 before I see that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go see it. I'm lying. I wouldn't see Transformers. I'm just doing that for a hot take, but no.
All right. Okay.
No, I just don't have no interest for it. I'll fall asleep watching it in theaters probably. Now the only reason it would keep me up if it has a soundtrack, but it doesn't look like that kind of movie.
No soundtrack. No, nothing like that. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
like a little Lion King section, hold the robot in the air, but. No, I just think, robots. Yeah, it'll make money.
Possums.
Baby possum. That's what. Yeah, you did see them in there.
See a possum.
Yeah. But it's one of those deals where I can see them selling the fox. That's with it. The goose. That's there. Baby goose, big goose, robots. They have figure robots, stuffed animal robots. I'm telling you, you notice the close-ups, like showing all the detail on the robot's face. Like it's an animation marvel. I would say that, right? I think it's some good animation. I just think it's just a merchandise grab. That's all it is. DreamWorks needs it.
Hey, speaking of a merchandise grab, I grabbed one of these. This is
what is that? Is that a Samsung?
My friend is an iPhone 16 Pro Max. You could probably read that somewhere in there. 16 Pro Max.
Yeah, I mean that print is kind of small, but okay. Yeah. You got the whole backside, but we're gonna go ahead and squeeze it in the top eighth of the box.
This is I picked this up.
You got it working already? You took it out the box?
Oh yeah, of course it did.
Okay,
I put a case on it because I'm afraid.
So we don't even know what the phone looks like anymore.
No, it's basically this color. It's basically this silver color that I got.
Okay.
But
case was $80.
Initial pieces here for me. I look at it and I go,
is the Apple Intelligence working already? No, right?
No, not yet. No AI. But I look at it and I go, yeah. I don't see a lot of difference.
So when you open the box, did it say got him?
No, I came from a 14 Pro Max. Now I'm not saying it's not clean and good and it's fast. It's a little faster, but they haven't wowed me with it. So I just say that to say I'm kind of underwowed.
What wows you these days though?
I don't know. That was the problem. I'm thinking that these other things they haven't released yet, like the AI and stuff like that. I think that's where it's going to be a little. But at $1,500, I'm thinking, man, I should have saved my money.
It's tough to say it, right? Because so I have a 15, a Pro Max.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get a 16. I found AI will work at all. Apple Intelligence will work on mine. Hopefully
it will. Yeah.
Hopefully. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it's the features that are gonna, the new phones will allow you to do the features. Yeah. I think the other big piece is you're a big camera guy. I think you'll see the camera piece if you start taking pictures.
Well, that's the thing. And so the camera, and if I hold it up here and look, and do the old, this is the, who picks their camera up? And I know I have this feature and everything, but I'm like, I don't.
Do I have that feature? Is there a button there?
Yeah, there's a button here. It's got a new.
Oh feature. Yeah, I don't have that. Yeah, that's new. Yeah.
So it's like holding it like a regular old school camera.
35 millimeter.
Yeah, and you're taking a picture, but I'm like, who knows? I don't know. I guess you got.
What's wrong with tapping your screen to take the picture?
Nothing. Evidently, there's something wrong with that because I just look at it going, I take pictures with my phone, but I don't need a next separate button just to take a picture.
Hey, don't they have timers for phone pictures?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So anyway, I have it.
Oh, you don't sound happy.
I like it. I don't love it yet. Just so you know.
When's the AI? When's Apple Intelligence coming out? November, December, unannounced day.
Yeah, something like that.
That's and I gotta tell you, I'm beginning. They're starting to do that a little bit more than normal. Like I think that's kind of
my advice to you is that if you still have a 14, just keep it. Just hold on. Don't go upgrade.
It'll save you some headache in the long run. Yeah. Trust me when I tell you.
I'm just kind of disappointed. And again, I'm not trying to back. I'm an Apple guy.
You are. You are. Through and through.
I like it, but I don't love it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you know what? We've gotten spoiled in the past of just big leaps and bounds from phone
And
to phone.
that's right. So that's the problem now, is that there really isn't any new breaking, things that we can, get from the phones,
Listen, I want to turn on my phone when it's on sleep mode, turn it on, right? And then little 3D image comes up.
That's what I want.
Like
if we do that, I'm in.
I'm okay if it's just like the time and the date, maybe the weather, like comes up, like
just something cool.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, I'll just turn it on just to see that. What time is it?
Yeah.
Look at that. That's pretty cool.
Look at that.
yeah. That's a. You sold me $2,000. Take them.
Now, let me ask you this. Dyson just came out, and I think it's pre-order right now. You can pre-order their
Dyson, the vacuum people.
The vacuum people, yeah. With a robot vacuum. It's kind of like a Roomba, but it's okay. But I think Roomba was purchased by was Amazon. I think purchased Roomba. Anyway, so now Dyson has one. Now, would you pre-order one of those things?
A vacuum.
A vacuum, yeah.
You only pre-ordering it because it's a robot.
I'm just asking. I haven't pre-ordered it.
Astro would vacuum. Okay, so now
Astro, go vacuum.
Astro would vacuum. If you have a house that has a lot of space to do that kind of stuff, yeah, it makes sense, right? How much is it? You know what? Before I answer, how much is it?
I don't know. I didn't look at it.
I know. That's like asking you, hey, you don't look at price. Just look at features. Let me look at the features.
Yeah.
If I were to order one of that style, it would be a Dyson brand. Yes, because Dyson makes some unbelievable technology.
They have good products,
Yeah, like I swear they got magic. They got magic in their product.
I'm sending one of my Dysons back to get repaired under warranty. It's been 5 years, and they're still.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
hey, just send it to us. We'll take care of it for you.
We'll take it. Yeah, you overpaid for that. Yeah, just go ahead and send it in.
Well, if you think about some of the Dysons, they got the fans, right? They got fans, they got purifiers, they got vacuums, they got hair dryers,
and curlers, and
yeah.
So I have everything. Yeah.
Oh, I know you do. You got stock in Dyson as well. But what I'll tell you is that they got some really cool technology where you got the ring. You're like, where's the air coming from? But there's like a fan. Yes. So, I would tell you that again. Would you dare say that Dyson is like the Apple of that vacuum stuff like that? I don't know what would you call it. Household product.
Yeah,
appliances, household appliances.
There's a couple of them, depending on your appliance. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So if I were to do one, I wouldn't do Roomba because I would have done one already, right?
Or I would have done one already too.
Or what do you call those? iVacuum, iRobot. What do you call those vacuums? I think it's called iVacuum. Is it iVacuum? iRobot?
I don't know. I think it's a movie.
It's one of those, but yeah, I do a Dyson. It's probably gonna look cool. It's probably gonna have a good color scheme too.
It will have a good color scheme.
Purple with orange, with copper highlights.
Copper. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move on. I just wanted to real quick touch on Legos real fast. I know you're a big Lego fan.
Oh yeah, and, I just said I need a new kit.
Yeah, but have you realized? I don't know if you've realized this, but Legos are sold in a lot of places. Mm-hmm. And in these places, you can find things that you can't find other places. So, for example, I walked into a Barnes & Noble.
Oh, I knew that's what you were going.
Barnes
the first thing I thought of.
Do you know how many Lego sets they have? They
have a lot.
An incredible amount of Lego sets. I couldn't believe it.
The expensive stuff's behind the counter.
Correct. And I saw one of those, and it was a Dungeons and Dragons layout.
Yes, $360.
I don't know what it was, but I was like,
It's the one with the whole castle and the dragon at the top and the beholder. Yes, that's the one I want.
I think I need that.
It's like 3,000 pieces.
It was crazy. It's crazy. They have a lot. They have the Shield, the Captain America. I mean, they have you go to Target, you see that. You go to Walmart, you see some Legos.
But you expect to see them there.
Yeah, you expect it. But Barnes & Noble had some of the best Lego sets I've seen, and I was really surprised. So.
Hey, I'm waiting for you to say, and I got it.
I haven't yet.
Hey, can I predict a little bit how this transaction went? You didn't get it, but you probably get it like next week. You went in there. You stepped into a Barnes & Noble. You went to the back corner.
Yeah.
They back there they have like the $60 sets. Like
how much did he say? Okay, let me see this. Okay. Yeah. Wait a minute. I can get it next day.
Exactly.
I'll wait.
Yeah, so you check those, right? You checked all the sheet. Then you walked around and said, past the counter. Oh, the good ones are there. So you got up to the counter. You're like, oh, you know what? can I see that Dungeons and Dragons one? And they brought it to you, and this is what you did. You looked at it. Oh yeah, oh, that's nice. That's nice. How many pieces? 3,600. How much? ¿Cuánto? All right, go ahead. Hold on to that.
Cool. Yeah.
I know where it's at. Because that's what I did.
That's what I have to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did see that at the Lego store is when I first saw it.
Yeah, Lego store. Of course, you expect to see Legos at the Lego store.
Of course, that's what you would want to go there. See, you don't want to see the regular stuff. I want to see the exclusives in the Lego store.
Yeah, I want to see the cool stuff.
Yeah. So this was at the time Bumblebee wasn't released yet out into the wild, and they had it at the Lego store. Bumblebee. Lego.
So anyway, anybody looking for Lego sets, if you haven't been into a Barnes & Noble, which nobody goes into bookstores anymore.
No.
But there's a good reason to. Legos. So
are you going to Barnes & Noble's for a book? Nah, for Legos.
No, Legos. All right. How about this? How about tell me a little bit about the PlayStation. What is it called? The system, the game?
So it's a two-parter I got for you. Right?
Okay.
So you know what number they're up to on the PlayStation, right? I think it's the PS5, right?
Yeah.
I know I say this because we're Xbox guys. We're not really Sony guys. So we're giving a little love to Sony today. Do you know that they announced a new system?
I did not.
Yeah. You probably didn't because you're like, isn't it out already? The PS5 Pro is what they call it.
Okay. No, I'm not. I'm unfamiliar with this.
Okay, so yeah, they announced this a little under a month ago. It's basically a PS5 on steroids.
Okay, what's different? Because they were talking about how the PS5 is coming up on its last, like it's in its dying stages.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's in hospice care.
Yeah. Exactly.
So GPU upgrade, advanced ray tracing, like techie stuff, right? Like you're like, okay. So tell it to me in layman's terms. Tell me if I'm 6 years old, what does that mean? Right. And so basically better graphics, better sound, stuff like that. Now, I'm reading. I'm like, we've gotten to a day and age. So they go into detail, 28% faster memory, blah blah blah.
Basically, what you're telling me is that it's an iPhone 16 Pro Max, and I can keep my iPhone.
I wish we segued into this. That's exactly what I'm telling you. It's that, right? So I go to read, and again, what are we expecting now, right? Like the systems these days, they're phenomenal. I think they've done. I want to turn on my Xbox, and it goes Xbox logo in 3D kind of deal. That's what I'm expecting. But yeah, so they don't. It's a bunch of technical mumbo jumbo, right? And another reason to raise the price, because you know how much they're releasing this bad boy for?
$899.
Oh, I guess you'll pay that. $699, $700.
I thought PS5 was like $799.
Well, I don't know, but $700. Did they not learn the lesson the first time around that it didn't fly off the shelves at that price?
You don't do that. Yeah, you don't do that.
But I'm going to sweeten the deal. I'm going to give you a 2 terabyte SSD drive with it. I'm going to give you a copy of what's called Astro's Playroom, which is kind of like some 3D, I want to say VR thing.
Yeah.
But here's the other piece, Moose. The $699 version does not come with a disc player.
Well, nobody's coming with disc players anymore.
No, but for people like you who want it to watch a Blu-ray.
But here's the deal. You get a better quality if you go out and buy a Blu-ray player. Just saying.
Hey, if you want the disc player, you got to buy it separately. It's like another $100.
And it's probably not that good. Actually, it's probably pretty good if it's Sony.
It's probably good. So this launch is November 7th, right? They're taking pre-orders starting 2 days from now, 26.
Expect to have it out by Christmas or next year?
No, November 7th this year.
Yeah,
they'll have 6 systems to sell. So
worldwide.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You better get yours in there. But I bring that up because today was Sony's big announcement. They do this thing. You know how there's no E3 anymore, right? So everybody kind of does their own thing. So Sony has this event they call the State of Play. Is what it's called, State of Play. Okay. Say like State of a Union, State of Play.
Yeah.
And they do like a little 30-minute live stream from wherever they do their Sony streams from, and they just talk about what's coming out. So they announced about 20 new games. I'm gonna save you some trouble. Okay. I only knew 2 of them. Okay. Right? It's like either I am that disconnected from games, or the games are just different, man. Ghost of Yotel, which is supposed to be some I don't know what that is, but I recognized Horizon Zero, right? So that was the kind of looked like the God of War type game, but with the young lady that's in that one. Monster Hunter I recognize. Dynasty Warriors I recognize, right? But these are all old titles, just redone, make them look super. But then they got other games like Midnight Walk, like Last of Us, another one. Like, I just don't get it. What did pique my interest?
Us.
Last of Us,
us.
3 times over.
Yeah.
You know, but here's what piqued my interest. Right, 2 things piqued my interest. One, remember the game Power World, the Pokemon clone.
Oh yeah.
Right, it was only a PC and Xbox. It's coming over to PS5, despite the fact that Nintendo is suing those people.
Yeah, that's a bad move.
Yeah, so let's get it in now, get all that money while we still can. But really, you remember back in the days on PS1, a game called Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver?
Yes.
And then they made part 2 on PS2. Well, they're remastering it, and it's coming out for the PS5. So this for me was, I love the game. Yeah, I love the game. Here's the problem, right? It's probably one of those games where I'm going to play for like the first 2 hours, and I'll be like, okay, I'm done. I'm good. I got it all out. You know, because they're not going to add anything to it. It's just going to make it look better. That's all.
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so they get you on that again, and they have a bunch of other games in there, and for the Sony fans out there, you guys probably know these games. I don't. I'm not familiar with them.
Right.
I just when they used to have these events, I used to feel like, man, it just like the Apple event or the Apple phone, like, man, I want to get blown away. Something I've never seen before. Oh, they're releasing this game.
Right.
Well, get excited.
I think you're on to something there with at least saying that there's a couple that you might like. It's going to get better graphics, but nothing else is really going to change. And I'm not sold on buying a new PS5 Pro. I don't even have the PS5.
You have a PS5. Don't play. I know you don't want to say it, but you do. We won't take your Xbox.
I don't even have the PS5 rookie. I don't even have
the rookie. You don't got the Pro. You don't got the rookie.
Neither one.
The draft pick, PS5 draft pick.
Hey, let's talk about this. We'll end the night with this because I have a Horizons. Have you seen this? You've seen this on, what is it on, Netflix or Amazon?
It's not Netflix. It's one of the streaming services. Is it Max? Maybe it's Max.
Yeah, Max. Maybe. All right. So this is a Western. Okay. This is Kevin Costner.
Who's in it? Yes. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Kevin Costner Western. So it's not Yellowstone, and you don't see him as the Yellowstone guy, which I was a little concerned about when I started watching this. Now, this is it's not a movie. I guess it's a series, but there's only it's a movie and it's a 2-parter maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The first part is 3 hours long. Now don't let that scare you.
No, don't let it
long. I'm just saying.
It caught me by surprise long. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm like, man, this is a really something's gonna happen soon. I think, right? And then an hour and a half in, I hit the pause button. I'm like, what? I'm not even halfway there.
No. Yeah, you're right. It took 3 sittings for me, by the way.
Yeah, just 2 for me. Just 2. But I don't see I don't see Yellowstone. What's his character's name in Yellowstone? I forgot.
Caught me off guard. I know you're talking about Dutton. Something Dutton.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dutton. What's his name?
I'll get it for you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway, I don't see his character in this Western. So which is good because I was afraid that you would see it.
John Dutton, yeah.
It's a common name. You would see his character as the Yellowstone character, and I don't. And I don't at all, which is good. It's an interesting tale. It's a part 1. It looks like there's already a part 2, but it's not out, I guess.
I got some information just hot off the presses.
Okay, tell me.
So Horizon 2 was supposed to come on August in the theaters, but the first film flopped in the theaters.
Okay.
So they pulled it, and that's all that's given. So there's no release date.
Well, they'll eventually, because it looks like it was already filmed.
It looked like it was filmed, but it also explains why the end of 1 you have all those snippets at the end.
Yeah.
So it's kind of to show you, but go ahead. I just wanted to tell you that.
Well, the point is that if you're a Western fan, you got to check that out. It's a pretty long sit. You could do it.
So do you have to be a Western fan, you think? Because I'm not necessarily a Western fan.
I don't think you have to be a Western fan. I think that it's a story.
Yeah, it's great storytelling.
And it's a good storytelling. There's a lot of moving parts. So just understand that it's not just one. You're not just following one storyline and walking that one all the way through. There's probably I don't know, 5 or 6.
Correct.
7 or 8.
And you don't even see Kevin Costner until like an hour into the film.
Yeah. Oh, way after. Yeah, you're exactly right.
I will tell you this. And this is a good movie. But what I'm going to tell you is, if I had to live in those times, I wouldn't make it, man. I wouldn't make it. I would not make it.
Make it. Why wouldn't you make it?
Pick something, man. Just what you eat, right? First of all, you shower once a season. Did you see how these people bathe off the dirty water in the streets? Like, it's like a little jar. Hey, don't bathe with the drinking water. It's like, what? I couldn't do it, man.
Passing through the desert, you need all the water you can get. The last thing you want to do is bathe with the drinking water. Come on.
I'm just saying.
Hey, did you think that was yours?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like so that, and then here's the other piece. I can never get on a horse, so I'd be walking everywhere. I just wouldn't get on a horse, man. So I'd be walking everywhere and I wouldn't go far. Right, so that's the other piece. It's just there's so much about it. You going to sleep when it's dark, right? Because
you go to sleep and you wake up when it's light. That's it.
Right. That's right. So you better make sure you get everything done before it gets dark, because if not, you have nothing.
Correct.
It's just so much. I admire the fact that there was a time when we lived in that period.
This is real history. Yeah,
this real deal. Now I will tell you, they must have had some thick skin back then, because wintertime with t-shirts running out in the snow and stuff like that, and you don't see them shivering or nothing. Like, there's just things like that. Like, hey, get huddled by the fireplace, right? Yeah. I wouldn't survive, man. But I digress. To go back, the movie's great. To say what you say about John Dutton and Kevin Costner's character, nothing like Yellowstone. You don't even see him. And I love that silent character. Like, he don't say much.
Yeah.
But he says a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, and that whole scene with the standoff, oh man, that was pretty cool. So, if you haven't seen it, you definitely need to see it. I hope chapter 2 comes out soon. Chapter 2 is only 2 hours and 44 minutes.
Oh, only. That's a long movie. It's like a trilogy wrapped up into, a duology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it was planned to be a 4-part film series. 4 parts.
4. Wow. That's a horrible idea. I know Costner was I guess he was a writer or a director or both. But that's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
Oh, they started filming chapter 3.
Oh, did they? Well, that's fine. That's cool, but you can't do that in a theater, I don't think. I think it's a terrible idea.
And listen, Avatar's trying it.
20 years later.
But definitely watch it. Oh, I see. Chapter 1 only generated $22 million at the box office. That's horrible.
22?
Yeah.
How much was the budget?
$100 million.
No way. You telling me they spent more on that than they did Beetlejuice?
It says here, $100 million movie.
I'm calling shenanigans.
I just letting you know. That's it. But it's a streaming movie. It wouldn't
a streaming movie. There's no way I'm going to the theater to see this, and I liked it.
Yeah,
but there's no way I'm going.
Watch it if you haven't seen it, people. Watch it.
Yeah, check it out. Hey, and hopefully we'll be back next week with Magic Mike. Hopefully he's back from his sabbatical, and then we'll be able to talk about some more stuff. Anyway, that's all for tonight. And then thanks for sharing it with us. Let's go. And we'll catch you next week, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See ya.
I was just leaving. Da-da-da-da. Nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert.
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcast4sci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Come to life.